Distinguished audience, it is now my great pleasure to declare the exhibition of
Here at the exhibition hall of the National Gallery of Art in Enugu are narratives selected from over 5,000 images. It is the outcome of Dr. Ayo Adewunmi's 12 years photography study on democracy and electioneering processes in Nigeria.
1993 was my first conscious time of going out to vote in the Nigerian election. I was in Enugu then. In the course of my going to do that, I noticed certain things which I felt, this is quite interesting, this is interesting, this is interesting. And I told myself it would be good to do a study on what happens on election days.
He has documented 4 general elections in the country. He went to the nooks and crannies of Enugu.
I observed that what we have here is a typology of what you see elsewhere around the country.
What many ignore gets the attention of his lens.
Beyond that exercise where people press the ballot and drop in boxes, a lot of other things happen on election day. You will notice that a lot of people follow the politicians, security involvement in one situation or whatsoever. The military people on the road, how are they doing their job? Difficult to photograph them, of course. They don't allow you to photograph them, but you have to steal the photograph anyway. You look at those who are managing the boxes, the election materials, how are they doing their job? Beyond being a photographer is the fact that I'm an artist. You will notice in this exhibition some of the images under the theme textural studies, looking at colors, looking at texture of fabrics, close shots on skins of people. What statements do you get from facial expression of individuals who are voting? When women come with their children, what expectation are they having and what comes out after the expectation? You look at some other ugly incidences. Beyond looking at the elections, like I said, you look at the backstage to the election. You look at the fact that our children don't go out to vote, but they look for space to express themselves. And you discover through that expression on election day that we don't have recreational centers for our children to express themselves. They want to play ball, but there are no fields. And therefore on election day, the roads are free. You see them on the street playing balls. You see some of them selling things at election venue. And you assess the quantity of the merchandise and discover that a lot of them don't have more than 1,000 goods that they are selling. And you ask yourself, 12 years of election, the life of the Nigerian child has been the same.
Engaging in photojournalism during a country's choice of new leaders is a Herculean task.
I think it's a risky job, and you will remember that in this last election, some photographers lost their life in the process of covering the election. The society is completely unfriendly to the photographer. In fact, they think that you are about to do something mischievous as soon as you bring out your camera. You have the media permit to do this, you have your jacket, you have your identity, showing that this is being done officially and you are covering for a particular purpose. But then I want to say that it's a risky business.
For 28 years, Dr. Ayo Adewunmi has taught art and photography at the Department of Fine and Applied Arts, Institute of Management and Technology, Enugu.
Photography is a passion for me. Incidentally, my father, which I didn't grow up to know, I was barely 4 years when he died, was a photographer. I only got to know he was a photographer when I was in the university. And eventually I was able to recover his images. I have hundreds of his images of 1950s and 60s, which of course I'm doing a research on presently. But beyond that, I discovered as a secondary school student, I love the camera and I love to do images. And as I got into university and I studied graphics, I discovered that photography is an aspect of graphics, and that was quite interesting for me. After 12 years, I have a collection of more than 5,000 photographs. And then I said, well, of what benefit will it be if I just keep this photograph? I must look for an opportunity to show it to the public and see whether somebody can look at it and make meaningful changes.
Dr. Adewunmi has participated in many exhibitions within and outside the country. Internationally renowned Professor L. Anashi led other great men and women in the opening of this self-sponsored photography study.
It's a very thoughtful selection of pictures that the artist has made. Because, you know, photography is a medium in which you can do maybe 200 shots within a very short time. Art is not only to portray, but to highlight and then bring to light certain problems. shining light on the problem is a good beginning.
Elder UK Carlo, an astute art collector, is highly impressed.
As usual, Dr. Adewunmi has done very well. The photographs are all very expressive of the feelings of Nigerian voters over the period.
More people applaud the creativity of Dr. Adewunmi.
The impression one now takes away about election day is so expanded, so much more meaningful from every angle, and most of it away from the charade which we call elections in Nigeria.
Beautiful work, beautiful study, well articulated, and it shows a reflection of the person of Deacon Dr. Ayo Adewunmi. He's a thorough person, he's a visionary person, and full of insight.
When you are trying to catch him, you will be thinking ahead. Being a graphic artist, people were going out to vote, but he now developed another thing, again, by taking actions.
This solo exhibition with the theme Democracy, Election and the People, Photography Narratives 2007 to 2019 is not an artist's subtle way of announcing his entry into politics.
I'm not a partisan politician in any way. I don't belong to any political party, and I don't hope to belong to any political party. I think I'm just an observer, if you like. I'm just somebody who likes to study the environment, and like every person in this country, I have my views, and I think I must make my own contribution.
Currently, Dr. Ayo Adewunmi is the art director of Life in My City Art Festival. He is the initiator of Art is Everywhere project. He is a graphic designer, painter, and art historian. Capturing happenings around him with his camera is a pastime he's put his heart and soul into. A real eager beaver, you may say.